Alright everybody, in this video we're going to show you how to install the new Nitehawk Technologies software package on your Android TV box. We're actually making this video because the install process in the last video, we had several people reporting that when they installed the software it was not prompting them to put in their email address to register the software. So then after the 48-hour trial, it was coming up asking you to pay for the software. But if you're a current customer, we're not charging you for the software for your current device. Okay? But the reason that was happening is because the old software that you had was causing a conflict with the new software. Even after you deleted the old software, there were some files or something left behind that was causing a conflict and not allowing the registration process to pop up. So this video is going to show you the fix for that. So we're going to just run through the whole process on how to install. So what we're going to do first, when you power up your box, is you want to come over to settings. Now keep in mind, if you installed the software and it prompted you for your email address and you put in your email and got your PIN, you do not need to do this. Alright? But if you're one of those customers that it did not prompt for the email address and you didn't receive a 4-digit PIN in your email to register the software, then you're going to need to follow these steps and basically reinstall the software this way, and it'll be fixed. You'll have to put in your email address, you'll get your PIN, and then we can give you full access, like I said, because you're not going to be charged for the new software on your current device. Now, if you later on buy another box or an Amazon Fire Stick and you want to put our software on that device, you'll have to pay the $30 for the software. Alright? But also keep in mind that anyone can download this software. It's a free download that we offer a 48-hour trial on. So if you've got friends that, bought a box from somebody else or they bought a Fire Stick from somebody else, but they like, our software better, you can show them this video, or for the Android Fire Stick, you can show them the other install video for the Fire Stick, and they can install the software on their device, and then they can try it out for 48 hours for no charge, and at the end of the 48 hours, if they decide they want to keep it, it's $30, and they put in their information, pay the $30, and they've got full access. Alright? So anyway, let's get on with this. The first thing you want to do is you want to come over to settings. You're going to go to storage and reset. Okay? You're going to go to factory data reset. And then you're going to click on factory data reset. And you want to click on erase everything. Okay? Now, this process is going to take a few minutes. So, I'm going to stop the video and I'll continue after everything comes back. But just remember, this is going to take a few minutes. So, give it a few minutes. What's going to happen is it's going to erase everything. It's going to do the factory data reset. And then the box will boot back up and you'll come back to your home screen, okay? And when you come back to your home screen, that's where we'll continue with the video. Alright, so we'll give it a couple minutes. I'm going to stop the video here and we'll pick up when the home screen comes back. Okay, so we have our home screen back. We've completed the factory data reset. I'm going to get rid of this bar down here. Now that you've done a factory data reset, your device does not have ES File Explorer. Alright? So what we need to do is we need to go into My Apps and we're going to go to the Play Store. Okay? And now it's going to come up and it's going to want us to put in our Google email address, like our Gmail address. Just about everybody I know has a Gmail. If you don't sign up for one, it's free, and that'll give you access to the Play Store. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter one of my Gmail addresses. Well, it would help if I took the numbers off. Okay, So what I'm going to do now is just click next. Alright, now it's going to ask me for my password. And then you're just going to click next. Okay, it's going to give you the terms of use. Just click accept. And that'll take just a minute. Okay, now at this point, I usually uncheck this box because I don't want them backing up any of my data. Hit next. Okay, now it's going to open up the Play Store. So to get ES File Explorer, once we get into the Play Store here, all you want to do is click on Search. Alright, and then you're going to type in ES File, and you'll notice as you're typing, you don't even have to type the whole thing. It's going to come up. Well, it did, but I must have hit something. So either way, we'll type it in, and then we're just going to hit search. Oh, we did sign in. I don't know what it just did. Let's try this again. ES File Explorer. Okay, that's interesting. Let's try it again. Let's make sure I'm signed in. Alright, I am signed in. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Huh. Okay, let's try it again. You shouldn't have that problem. That was just weird. Maybe it was something on Google's end. But anyway, once you search for ES File Explorer, it should come up just like this. And you want this one, the free one. So we're going to click on that. And we're just going to click Install. And hit Accept. Okay, and we're just going to give that a couple minutes. It takes a little bit to download, so we'll give that just a couple minutes there, and you'll see now it's installing. Okay, now you'll notice it's installed because it'll say uninstall or open. At this point, we just want to hit the back button to back out of the Play Store. Alright, and you'll see ES File Explorer right here in your apps. Alright, so we're going to click on ES File Explorer. And it'll take a second to open. And when it comes to this, you can just hit skip. Okay, and then give it a minute to load up. Sometimes it takes a minute. On this, you can just close this. Okay, so what we want to do here on the left hand side is we want to click on favorite, and we're going to click add. Alright, so now we're going to enter the path to the software download. So we're going to type this in, and this needs to be typed in exactly Oops. Sorry, it doesn't need to be all caps. If you make it all caps, it's not going to work. Now this N right there needs to be uppercase. Okay, otherwise it's not going to take you to the file. It'll take you to a page that says it can't be found. Okay, now we want to click on name, and we're just going to name it Nitehawk, just like that. And then all you're going to do is click on add. Alright, so now that we've added that, what we want to do is we want to come down under favorite, and you're going to see Nitehawk. Alright, you click on Nitehawk, and it's going to start downloading the file. Okay, so the file's been downloaded. Now it says, do you want to open the folder or open the file? We want to open the file. Alright, and then we want to click install. Now what's going to happen at this point is you're going to get a message that says that the install was blocked. Okay, so all you want to do is go to settings right here, and right here where it says unknown sources, you're going to turn that on and hit OK. Then on verify apps, you want to click that and turn that off, and then just hit the back button. Now under favorite, we've already downloaded the file, so we're just going to go to download. We're going to click on that, and then you'll see the file right there. So you click on that, and then just go to install, and then come down here, click install. Okay, and then you get app installed, and we're going to come down here and we're just going to click on done. Okay, now at this point we're going to hit the back button and we're going to back out of ES File Explorer. Okay, and you'll see the Nitehawk Technologies app right here. So we're going to click on that, and you'll get this screen. Okay, you get this option here, Media Center 1 or Media Center 2. Just stick with Media Center 1 because it works on all devices. And we're going to come down and click Install. Click OK. And now it's going to download and install the actual Media Center application. And this will download based on your internet speeds. If you've got, it could download faster than the one you see here or slower, just depends on your speeds. But it'll download and it'll come up and ask us if we want to install it. Alright, so when this comes up, we want to come down here and click install. Now you'll notice this little round circle here and then this message that popped up. Those are related to ES File Explorer, and after we're done with this whole process, what we're going to do is we're actually going to uninstall ES File Explorer, so that way you don't get those annoying pop-ups, because once you install the software, you really have no need for ES File Explorer, so we'll uninstall it. But down the line in the future, if you need to, wipe your box and reinstall the software or something like that, you can go back into the Play Store and just reinstall ES File Explorer. So when this is done, we're going to come down here and click on Done. Now, if you've done everything right to this point, you'll be presented with this message. Press Next to continue. Alright? So we're going to click on Next. And now right here, you can hit the back button to take the keyboard off the screen. But in this text box, this is where you need to enter your email address. Now, be sure you enter an email address that you have access to, because that's where the 4-digit PIN to activate is going to be sent to. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to enter one of my email addresses. Okay, and then you just want to go down and select Send PIN. Now what that's going to do is it's going to email you a 4-digit PIN that's unique to this button, to your device. Alright. Now that email can take a few minutes to come through, so just be patient. But I'm going to double check. I'm going to check my email now and see. Get my PIN here. Alright. So you'll see Activate is highlighted. You want to press up to get to the text box. And then you're just going to type in your PIN. Alright. Then you're going to go down and click Activate. And then you'll see it starts our intro. Excuse me. Sorry for my voice. I've been fighting a cold for a couple days. Alright, and that's going to bring you into the Nitehawk home screen. Okay? So from here, you don't want to launch the Media Center because there's no build installed yet. So what we want to do is we want to come over to Nitehawk Builds, click on that, and right now you're going to see 3 different builds. Okay? There's going to be a lot more coming. We can host up to 10 builds in here. Now, the builds, content-wise, are exactly the same. The difference is the layouts. And the reason we're doing this is to give customers an option of the layout they like best to use. Instead of being forced to use one particular layout, now you'll have choices. So some people are, some people like the low menu versus the classic. And like I said, there'll be some more added, so you'll have several choices of layouts, basically. But anyway, for now, we're just going to choose Classic. You click on it. It's going to ask you if you want to launch it or install it. You want to install it. Okay? Then you're going to get this disclaimer that basically just says that we don't host, distribute, or have any control over any of the content. Alright? So we're going to click I agree. And now what it's going to do is it's going to download and install that build. Okay? And again, this is going to be dependent on your internet speed. So it could go faster, it could go slower. Okay, so I downloaded it. Now it's extracting it to install it. Now once this process is done, it's going to come up and it's going to ask us if we want to open the Media Center. Alright? We're going to click no because there's a couple more steps that we need to do to finish everything off the right way. So make sure when we get that message that we click no. And the other nice thing with this, having the different layouts, you can switch from one layout to the other, when you want to. You don't have to power cycle the box or anything. You can basically go back into builds and select a different layout. It'll do this same thing. It'll download and extract it. And then when you open up the Media Center, you'll have the new layout. So it makes, changing layouts and updating when we release build updates, it makes it so much easier. Okay, this is just about done. Okay, so in just a second, you'll see a message pop up right here. Successfully installed. Would you like to launch it now? We're going to click no. Okay, then just hit your back button and we're going to come back to the menu here. Alright, the next thing we want to do is we want to go to settings. And there's a couple of things that we need to do in here. You can just select the first one here and then select always. Alright, so in here you're going to notice the time on your box is probably not correct because you did a factory reset. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to date and time. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down to time, select it, and then you want to set your time zone. Alright, so if you're on the East Coast, it would be Eastern, West Coast, Pacific, and so forth. So we're going to select Pacific, and you'll see it change the time for us. So we're going to go ahead and hit back. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to come over here to more setting, click on that, and then we're going to come down to home, and then what you need to do is select Nitehawk Technologies, alright, and then just hit the back button. Now what that does is that's going to make this home screen your default home screen. So when you power off your box and power it back on, it's going to bring you in here. Also, it makes it to where when you hit the home button, it's going to bring you here. Alright, so let's go back into settings. We got one more thing to do. We're going to go under apps, and what we're going to do now is we're going to delete ES File Explorer. So you're going to select ES File Explorer, and then you're going to hit uninstall. Hit OK, hit OK, and you'll notice immediately that little round circle on the right side disappears. You won't get any of those annoying messages at the top from ES File Explorer. So we'll go back. The other thing that I'll show you guys real quick, because some people ask about this, if you go into date and time, when you go to time, you can actually use a 24-hour format like military time. You can turn it on. I keep it off just to stay with the regular time, but you can do that if you want military time. So from here, we're done. It's installed. We're ready to go. You can launch the media center and it'll launch the build that you installed, and you're good to start streaming. Okay, the last thing you need to do once you finish this entire process is you need to email us and give us the email address you used to register the software, so we can give you full access, so you don't get that expiration notice at the end of the 48-hour trial telling you to pay $30. Alright, again, for current customers with their current device, we're not going to charge you for the software because you had our old software, but you need to provide us the email address that you used to register when you installed this software. Okay, so that's the last thing you need to do. We'll go in, we'll give you full access, and that'll be it. So hopefully you guys can follow this video, get your new software installed. Like I said, I know there was some issues with the initial installation process because something was blocking the registration. So we apologize for that inconvenience, but following this video, everything should go pretty smoothly. Just please follow it step by step, and you should have no issues. Okay? So we hope you guys enjoy the new software, and we'll see you in the next video.